All right, everyone, this is Katz from Yokoso News, yokosonews.com. Yokoso News is the online website to introduce Japanese culture in English so that you can understand Japan more. This is Katz from Yokoso News. We just spoke with Jeffrey Johnson from Human Arts Experience from Tsukuba, Ibaraki, Japan. He also himself experienced a huge shake from the March 11 earthquake, and his car and his house got damaged. But he decided to go up in North Japan and gave the relief work, and so that you can check what he does and how he wants to continue to do. Please come visit the. Please watch my previous archive, and then you get to know more about his work. So let's go into regular. All right, and then let me continue our regular coverage then. And going back to the music. Going back to the freelance. It's music.
Music by Kevin MacLeod.
All right, so let me do the weekly update between August 16th and 23rd of 2011. But before that, let me promote one more time. Please like us at Yokoso News on Facebook, or please follow Yokoso News on Twitter, or so that you will receive some latest information about what's going on in Japan. Also, I will try to provide some breaking news if some urgent news happen in Japan. For example, magnitude 6.8 earthquake, which happened a couple days ago. But anyway, next live cast is going to be August 27th, 2011, Japan Standard Time. The event called World Beach. World Beach is the event to learn about WordPress, which is one of the largest blogging web management publishing tool on the website. And Yokoso News is the sponsor of their Ustream programming. Most of the program will be in Japanese. However, I will be hosting the English livecast at the following date and time, which is this Saturday, August 27 at 3 p.m. Japan Standard Time for 1 hour. I will be inviting some of the core Japanese member of the WordPress. So we will get to know what's going on in Japan blogging world. So Yokoso News does Yokoso News does this kind of cultural program as well. So let me do a weekly update between August 16th and August 23rd. By the way, the information about the World Beach, it's available at Yokoso News website as well. So this week of the North Japan and Fukushima nuclear power plant crisis. Fukushima nuclear power plant crisis, and both Fukushima nuclear power plant crisis and then Tohoku earthquake incident, there were some stuff that happened, but most of the time the Japanese major media were pretty much talked about a heavy rain that it has been kind of facing in Japan right now. It rained kind of hard in Tokai area where I live today, part of the area too. So the summer storm, guerrilla storm. So if you happen to travel in Japan, if you see some rainstorm, please be careful. And then second breaking news of Japan was the incident that happened at one of the river tour. Some of the touring kind of cruising ship crash, and 5 travelers were drowned to death last week. So it's been the debate of the safety of those river touring. What you call in English? I forgot to study in the English word. Sometime safety of those traveling tour is the one of the issue which I think I also have to kind of focus on one of the days. But and then political affairs, politics is also causing a huge debate, because today one of the bill that Naoto Kan said if he were able to pass this bill, he's going to resign, which they did. The lower house passed the bill, and now upper house, which has to pass the bill, which is the recycle energy bill. And Naoto Kan said he's going to resign at the end of this month. So TV News, NHK News is now doing who's going to run for the next prime minister position. So that's kind of the main topic of Japan right now this week. But we have many other news which I like to share with you. So NHK said today that tomorrow, on the August 24th, many parts of Japan may experience heavy rain. So if you happen to be in Japan tomorrow, maybe you should be careful, especially if you are at the Sea of Japan side. And also we might have to care about the thunder and tornado, which start happening more often when I saw the news. That's according to NHK. Then this is the I have to mention it because it's kind of causing a huge debate in Japan too, especially in the Japan mass media. Fuji TV has been broadcasting many Korean-made TV and entertainment show, and some of the Japanese nationalists got angry, and then they organized a huge demonstration end of the last week. So according to the organizer, they have about 4,000 to 5,000 people attended the demonstration to claim the opposition of Fuji TV to have too many Korean program. But I actually have something else to say. But so many Japanese people, also about 100 to 300,000 Japanese people also tune in to Twitter or Ustream or Nico Nico Doga, Nico Nico Live streaming to witness this demonstration. So I guess many Japanese people are frustrated by having too many Korean program on TV. But I as a entertainment person, as I make an independent film, I have something to say. And then I was reading one of the article about from the independent news agents, kind of tabloid news, and there are two group. One group which just ask for the fair broadcasting rights, and one group are claiming to be conservative, nationalist, extreme nationalist. So there are two different group organized demonstration. So this is a little bit complicated, and I didn't really want to mention too much, but because it's not worth reporting it personally, because this is more like a Japanese. This is more like Japanese people need to support the Japanese entertainment. Like, for example, buying Japanese movie DVD or Japanese music so that they can make money. Japanese entertainer can make money and produce more movie and music too. That's the reason why Fuji TV couldn't produce more stuff. Anyway, so if you want to know more story about this, I will maybe focus on the stuff, but I just want to let you know this thing happened, and this thing is kind of one of the major news of Japan in between August 16th and 23rd. So other news didn't really get much attention to it. But this is the news about North Japan and Fukushima nuclear power plant crisis, which I think it's important to keep the focus on, because many people still suffering from it, and many people are still homeless. So Yokosu News is committed to bring the news about North Japan. Waishong. We have a lot of Korean TV program too. Yeah, in Taiwan, yes, I know. So, as on yesterday's figure, I think I might have, if I access to NHK right now, I might have a latest figure already today. Yeah, I did. So, according to police department, as on August 23rd, the total deaths and missing toll are 20,319. The confirmed deaths are 15,726, and total missing people are 4,593 people. So total missing and death toll from March 11th earthquake and tsunami is 20,319 as on August 23rd. And today, Japanese Parliament passed the special bill that they will give you temporary moratorium period. No. Then they will, if they pass the bill that prohibit 差し押さえ Oh yeah. Yeah, Japanese government just passed a bill to prohibit the seizure of charity donation from the residents today, which means, for example, the victim of tsunami, earthquake, or Fukushima nuclear crisis, some of them still have a loan. Some of them still have the bill to pay, like house mortgage and stuff. But many people lost their job, and they can no longer pay those mortgage. So bank or any creditor try to seizure the property, including the charity donation. So Japanese government passed the bill that creditor cannot seizure the donation that were distributed to the victim of earthquake, tsunami, and Fukushima nuclear power plant. That's good. So your Red Cross donation won't go to creditor's pocket. It stays at the victim's pocket. And according to so the next news, food safety. According to Ibaraki Prefecture, they have tested a rice, newly cropped rice, and they have 52 becquerel per kilogram of the cesium from the cropped rice in Ibaraki. Their legal safety limit is 500 becquerel per kilogram. So it is kind of safe level. So according to Ibaraki Prefecture, and the rice that they tested in Ibaraki Prefecture, the rices are safe. So the one location from found 52 becquerel per kilogram. Other location found 23 becquerel. Oh yeah, so 52 total becquerel, which is cesium 134 was 23 and cesium 137 were 29 becquerel per kilogram. So the total of 59 becquerel per kilogram. And they also tested the 11 other locations in Baraki, and the rest of the result were not detected. However, according to Miyagi Prefecture, Japanese boar were radioactive contaminated. One of the hunter hunted a boar in Miyagi Prefecture, and they tested the meat, and they found about 2,200 becquerel per kilogram of cesium. The meat of the boar, it has this year of the meat of the boar have not been distributed to the market. So Miyagi Prefecture It's a warning about the meat of boar. But actually, Japanese people don't really eat much of the boar. So yeah, it is serious, but yeah. And then, according to Sakai Osaka, they are using a fuyodo. What's fuyodo? I know fuyodo in English. They are using mak from Tochigi Prefecture. And those mak may be radioactive contaminated that they use for the park, elementary school and middle school. MUCK, mak. So they need to kind of be careful. And according to Fukushima Prefecture, as on August 20th, the previous mak news was on August 20th. I think all the boar news was also August 20th. No, August 19th. News on the Miyagi Prefecture. Ibaraki rice was on August 19th. Sorry about that, I didn't mention about the date. So going back to the cow meat issue, on August 20th, according to Fukushima Prefecture, from Namie, Fukushima, cattle farmer shipped 5 cow. From that 5 cow, the sample from those five cows, they found about 593 to 786 becquerel per kilogram of the cesium. Those 5 cows were shipped from April 5th, 7th, and 15th to the meat processing facility of Yokohama. So, they found the 5 additional cow from Namie, Fukushima that's already been shipped in April that were radioactive contaminated. And as according to Yomiuri on August 22nd, in Namie, Fukushima, they have tested a poo of a cows, and although then even though these cow they found out that they found the difference between the radioactive contamination level of the cow, even they ate exactly same rice straw that was radioactive contaminated at the same level. So for example, the cow which ate the exactly same rice straw were 147 or 145 becquerel per kilogram. However, the one in Namie was 2,256 becquerel per kilogram. So they will have to investigate what's going on. So that has been the food concern about the Fukushima nuclear power plant crisis. Now let's move on to the North Japan tsunami and earthquake update. So on August 16th, according to Yomiuri. So as August 16, this is the news of August 16th, and it is talking about August 15th, which is the day that Japan lost World War II, 66 years ago. So Yomiuri talks about the family association of the victim of the World War II. So because of this earthquake and tsunami, the family association of the World War II victim cannot really maintain their activity from the association from Iwate, Miyagi, Fukushima. Because many of the association branch, their member listing has been swept away by tsunami, and they lost the way to communicate each other. So association of the World War II victims feel the urgency whether they can keep the organization running. Especially also, it's been 66 years since the World War II. So many people start passing, going away because they get too old. So, but because of this disaster, they really want to spread the word and continue their activity as much as possible. According to Yomiuri on August 16th. So I also I mentioned it last week too. So this is on August 16th, according to Yomiuri. Many volunteer members came to North Japan using Obon weekend holiday to do the volunteer work. So in between August 13th to 15th, in Japan we have the Buddhist religious ritual called Obon, which Buddhists believe the soul of the ancestor comes back. So it's like a second New Year holiday. It's like a kind of Thanksgiving season of Japan. So many people, instead of going back to see their parents, they use the vacation time to go to North Japan to help volunteer. And yeah, they still but volunteer center still needs lots of help. They still need lots of stuff that they need to get done. So, as it has been 5 months since the earthquake, Japanese government made a temporary housing throughout North Japan. However, Yomiuri reported this on August 16th that people don't want to leave their hometown. They really want to stay where they are grew up or they live. According to Yomiuri, Kesennuma has built people of, according to city of Kesennuma, they have built only a few temporary housing within the city, and they have built other like housing in other area outside of Kesennuma city. And not so many people want to live in a temporary housing which are located outside of the city, because they have a school, they have work, so they are having complicated issue as the day goes on. Many people still need temporary housing, but there's not so much land left in the disaster area. So the city official want residents to live in the temporary housing outside of the disaster area, but because of the work complication, school complication, not so many people are willing to move outside of their city, especially after the 5 months. And according to Japanese cabinet, they have conducted a survey to 870 victims of the tsunami and earthquake. They found out that about 40% of the people they interview, they did not evacuate right away, because they went back home or they went back to search their family. So Japanese government warns that there are still 40, this is the one of the reason why many people were got killed by tsunami, because people think that it could be safe. People didn't believe much that there will be big tsunami coming. So this is the one of the survey result that came out on the August 17th. On August 17th, according to Yomiuri, but it is from the August 16th conference among Japan Cabinet Office, a counter-disaster meeting, I think. And according to Miyagi Labor Office, and there are about 1,535 applicants who apply for over 過労死 accident death, work-related deaths. So there are about 15,035 people who died and maybe work-related between March 11th and August 15th. So, because they believe that earthquake happened at about 2:46 p.m. when many people are still working. So, most of the people were killed by the tsunami when they're working. So 15,035 people apply to claim this as work-related death. If you apply the relative's death as a work-related death, we actually have a workers insurance that pays you more. So okay. Then, according to Yomiuri, on August 17th, according to August 17th Yomiuri, at Oshima, Miyagi, there was one ferry boat, 306-ton car ferry boat, which was swept away by tsunami and landed on the land. It was finally airlifted and brought it back to the ocean, so they will be able to resume the ferry service. So finally, people of the Oshima Island will get their lifeline back. And according to Yomiuri, on August 17th, Otsuki Iwate. Otsuchi Iwate. They finally able to start the mayor's election. Otsuchi Iwate, during the March 11th tsunami and earthquake, its mayor, Mr. Kato-san, were swept away by tsunami and he was killed. And Otsuchi town has been running the town without the mayor for almost half a year. So finally, they were able to hold the mayor's election, and it got kicked off on the August 17th. And according to Yomiuri, on August 17th, so many temporary housing has been built to provide the temporary housing space to the people of the victim of the tsunami and an earthquake who lost the housing. But now we start finding out that these temporary housing are not the barrier free, which is not the wheelchair friendly, or not really, it doesn't really design to fit the needs of the people with this disability. So, for example, some of the door of the temporary housing are too narrow, so that people on the wheelchair cannot like go over to the other room. And some of the hallway or facility entrance doesn't have a wheelchair slope. It's only like a stair. So many people with the disability are suffering from the lack of those support at the temporary housing, according to Yomiuri on August 17th. And according to Miyagi Prefecture on August 17th, they finally passed its reconstruction plan of the Miyagi Prefecture itself. So one is that they are going to divide the area by the industry, factory, residential, and they're going to move the factory and residential area to the high hill. And they are going to make a levee with a street. And they also going to assign tall building as an evacuation building. And they are also planning to concentrate a fishing industry into like one concentrated area. Then some area, the country of Japan, is going to purchase some part of the land, and they are going to make it like a park. And also they are planning to install a new tax, counter disaster taxing system. And they are also planning to make some special district to give some special exception of some restriction. For example, fishermen actually were not able to like incorporate it easily, but Miyagi Prefecture and those people in Tohoku are giving the exceptional rules that stock corporation can go fishing. Actually, it's people, private corporation couldn't go fishing, especially the small one actually. So the Miyagi Prefecture passed the reconstruction bill on August 17th. And there is some, I don't know if I call it this as a scam, according to NHK, Yomiuri, and many other news sites. One guy who was volunteering in Ishinomaki, Miyagi, he claimed himself as a doctor. However, he doesn't have a license. He never went to medical school. But he has been treating the volunteer members and prescribed the medicine. So guy has been arrested on August 19th. And and his camping car, which were used as the treatment place, were seized by the police, Miyagi police. Yeah, I mean, yeah. So I think the guy was trying to help, trying to provide the medical support without the medical license. I don't know if he was doing goodwill. I don't know, but anyway. And according to NHK and Yomiuri, the former Prime Minister of Thailand, Thaksin, is going to visit Thailand actually, he is visiting Thailand. I'm sorry. The Prime Minister of Thailand, Thaksin, is visiting Japan from 22nd to 28th of the August. And then, right now. And then, according to Saitama Police Department, on August 19th, they have arrested one guy who opened a bank account using the fake name and the fake addresses and tried to take the donation money. So one 24-year-old young Japanese guy were arrested because he tried to open a bank account with using the fake name and the fake addresses that are in the Ofunato, Iwate Prefecture. So again, there are some Japanese people try to take advantage of it still. And according to NHK and Yomiuri, on August 19th, so right now, through August, the truck could go through the expressway for free. Usually, expressway in Japan are not free. Like, there's no so much freeway in Japan. You have to pay. But because to support the relief aid of North Japan, people who drive a truck could go to the North Japan for free. But there are some people who cheat, unfortunately. So they said they're going to finish the campaign. However, they are actually trying to take the new initiative that before it was only a truck which are allowed to go to China, go to free truck were only the truck were able to go to the expressway, but Japanese government are now thinking about making the North Japan Expressway completely free to support the relief effort. It's I'm going to skip the detail, but I'm going to skip the detail why they are going to do this. They're gonna finish the truck free program, and they are going to start the completely free program of North Japan because of some truck you try to use the loophole of the current system. But anyway, and I also have another bad news. According to Yomiuri, on August 19th, a 135-year-old guy from Tokyo were arrested by Metropolitan Police, because he faked himself that he was from Tohoku, North Japan, and he stayed in a hotel for free for 30 days from July 2nd and 30th. So then, so he faked himself that he was from North Japan, and he lent the hotel room to somebody else and made money off of it. So he was arrested on August 19th. And I have another update of the fake doctor on August 19th, according to Yomiuri. The police are investigating the fake doctor, that he also took the money for from the government. So that's probably a scam. It could be one of the scam too. And then also I have one unfortunate news as well, domestic violence news. According to Ishinomaki Police Department on August 19th in Miyagi, a 150-years-old guy beat his wife to death when they were in a temporary housing on August 19th. According to the husband, his wife were drinking, and they got into the fight, and so but they didn't. So he kind of he kind of tied his wife up, and next thing he noticed his wife was dead. So it's one of the first case that the wife domestic violence at the temporary housing in North Japan. And according to a Sendai tax office, because tax office takes care of the alcohol license, that's why they have this statistics. On August 20th, about 60% of the sake factory from Iwate, Miyagi, and Fukushima had some kind of damage. And about 10 sake manufacturers are not operational due to the damage, and they might have to file the bankruptcy. So there are about 145 sake manufacturers in Iwate, Miyagi, and Fukushima, and about 86 sake manufacturers got some damage. So So yeah, we have to do something. I love Japanese sake. And according to Yomiuri, on August 21st, on August 27th, there are going to be nationwide event to do Senko fireworks. So if you could go to fukasen.org, fukasen.org, it's the social network event that we do the fireworks together on August 27th. So this is the originated from the cancellation of the fireworks festival in Fukasen. And because many fireworks festival got cancelled by because organizer couldn't accumulate enough sponsorship, or the fireworks festival, many fireworks festival committee people thought that it's not appropriate to carry out the fireworks show under the circumstances. So many people on the internet start thinking that it's not, we shouldn't cancel the fireworks, so let's do something together online. So according to fukasen.org, fukasen.org, they also want to do like online fireworks together. So you guys join the fireworks together, take a picture and share it on the internet, something like that. So and according to Foreign Ministry of Japan, they are planning to do an event in October to invite ambassador of Japan from many countries to Iwate, Miyagi, Fukushima, and promote a industry and tourism. So they're planning to carry out 2 programs to the ambassadors. One is to go to North Japan to visit like World Heritage Site, or visit some of the craftsmanship places in North Japan. And another program is to visit Fukushima, to go to the sightseeing of the Fukushima prefecture, because Fukushima nuclear power plant is in Fukushima, but Fukushima prefecture is large, so some areas are supposed to be safe. And according to Yomiuri and NHK, on August 22nd and 21st, Kazuomi Hirakawa, Professor Kazuomi Hirakawa from Hokkaido University, he found out that same degree of the earthquake might have happened 6 times in last 6,000 years. So we might have 1,000-year cycle to have this kind of the earthquake. When he went in to sample a layer of the soil alongside of the North Japan, and he found the trace of the big tsunami which happened almost the same time and about 6 times in last 6,000 years. So previously, many experts thought that Japan did never experience magnitude 9 class earthquake. But from the research of the Professor Kazuomi Hirakawa from Hokkaido University, Japan had been experienced magnitude 9 class earthquake already many times. And according to Yomiuri on August 22nd, Japan Red Cross received 9 billion yen back from Fukushima Prefecture. According to Fukushima Prefecture, the donation to the Japan Red Cross, according to Fukushima Prefecture, they miscounted the number of the residents of the Fukushima, and they requested more than they needed to give out the donation to the victim of Fukushima. So they had the surplus of 9 billion yen. So Fukushima Prefecture returned that 9 billion yen to Japan Red Cross. According to Japan Red Cross, they are going to redistribute the 9 billion yen to the rest of Japan. And then, according to NHK on August 17th, last week, many Japanese schools had to finish summer vacation early in North Japan because some of the school in North Japan couldn't start the new semester early because of the earthquake and tsunami spring semester. So they needed to, many schools in North Japan have to start the fall semester early. So and Vanuatu Island had a magnitude 7.5 earthquake on August 21st, 2 days ago. No threat of tsunami. And according to NHK on August 23rd, the Okami, the wives group of Japanese ryokan, came to Tokyo and promote the sightseeing of Fukushima. They also going to do the co-host joint campaign of the tourism in North Japan. If you go to, if you spend 5 nights, you have 2 nights free, supported by Tokyo metropolitan government and stuff. So Fukushima tourism is trying to revive their industry in Fukushima. Sanriku train system, Sanriku Tetsudo, is the one of the small train system in North Japan which had a huge damage by tsunami and earthquake. Many of the line are still out of service and they're still suffering from the lack of the fund. But they're going to start selling more advertisement on the train so that they can enhance the additional source of the income to try to restore their service as much as possible, according to NHK. And then, according to NHK, on August 22nd, from that day, if the new system, the home mortgage moratorium, the system has begun on August 22nd. So people don't have to declare bankruptcy and take off the burden of the pain of the mortgage of the lost home. And so that started on August 22nd. So if your house got swept away by tsunami, but you still had a mortgage to pay, you could use this new mortgage like government program so that you don't have to worry about paying back the mortgage. And on August 19th, about 4 days ago, you might remember my Facebook update. There were 6.8, kind of big aftershock happened 4 days ago, but it didn't cause any damage, so much. So that's pretty much the update of a earthquake. Now let's move on to the Fukushima nuclear power plant update. So this is the new finding of actually not the Fukushima nuclear power plant, but Onagawa nuclear power plant. So according to Tohoku EPCO, Tohoku Electric Power Company, at the Onagawa nuclear power plant, they found that the 70% of the funnel of their turbine at second and third nuclear reactor were damaged. So because the funnel of the turbine were severely damaged, they don't think that they could restore the nuclear power plant by the end of this year. So it it's just a turbine, not the reactor itself. So but it kind of tells us the degree of the destruction of the earthquake itself, because Fukushima Daiichi nuclear power plant went completely offline because of the tsunami, but they actually experienced a huge shake beforehand, so we don't know how much damage. Actually, we kind of know how much damage that earthquake caused to Fukushima nuclear power plant and Onagawa nuclear power plant and stuff too. But so we actually have to pay attention how much damage the earthquake itself actually caused to these nuclear power plant. So Onagawa nuclear power plant, second and third nuclear reactors, turbines funnel were damaged about 70%. And according to Yomiuri on August 16th, they are still talking about the scandal of the email of the Kyushu Electric Company. And according to Yomiuri on August 17th, Tomari nuclear power plant in Hokkaido, the Japanese government now issue approval to restart Tomari nuclear power plant reactor number 3. NISA, Nuclear Industry Safety Agency, issue the certificate to the Hokkaido Electric Power Company and gave him go to restart a nuclear power plant. So according to Governor of Hokkaido Takahashi-san, nuclear power plant is serving 40% of the electricity in Hokkaido. They will make sure the safety, but at the same time they need to continue providing enough electricity to continue their economic activity in the Hokkaido area. And they did not receive any opposition from 4 cities, surrounding city of Tomari nuclear power plant. So Tomari nuclear power plant will be the first nuclear power plant of Japan that are going to restart the operation since the nuclear power plant, Fukushima nuclear crisis in March 11th. So this is actually not Fukushima nuclear power plant related issue, but according to NHK on August 20th, the debris that's being accumulated on the site of North Japan highly contaminated. Not by the radioactive contamination, but by any kinds of chemical like PCB, dioxin, that kind of stuff. So people need to monitor. Government is emphasizing to monitor the safety by these debris, which might be contaminated by various chemical material, not just by the radioactive contamination, radiation threat. On August 17th, TEPCO held the press conferences that currently, as on August 17th, the potential amount of the leakage, which outside of leakage from the Fukushima Daiichi nuclear power plant to outside, it probably is 200 million becquerel per kilogram per hour. So this is about 1/5 of the radiation leakage compared to 1 month ago. So they, according to TEPCO, they are minimizing the radiation leakage. And on August 17th, the chief of Fukushima Daiichi nuclear power plant, for the first time, sent the apology video message to the public. So the chief of the Fukushima Daiichi nuclear power plant, Yoshida-san, he has been working, but he has not been speaking to the public for last 5 months. But on August 17th, he finally TEPCO shot a apology video message and released to the public on August 17th. And NHK has been showing the very interesting news. On August 17th, they are going to Ibaraki University and University of Tokyo are going to conduct a joint research with kids. They are going to distribute decimeter to the kids, and they're going to monitor the amount of the radiation exposure of the kids. So they are going to conduct a massive research in October, but they started a preliminary testing on August 17th with the cooperation of the Ibaraki University and universities of Tokyo and civil group of Ibaraki are going to cooperate with the university. So the place they are doing is Torite and Moriya City, Totte or Moriya City of south of Ibaraki City. So people are still, trying to measure the safety of people. And according to NHK, on August 18th, a middle high school student from Kamaishi, Iwate, visited Moscow, and they are actually from a Japanese fencing club, and they practice with Russian Japanese fencing club people. So Russia Japanese Fencing Federation organized this trip. They invited about 28 Kamaishi middle high school students and Iwate University Japanese fencing club members, and they came to Moscow, and they practiced with the they practice with the Russian-Japanese fencing athletes. After this, after their visit to Moscow, they are going to also visit Siberia, and they are going to spend time with the people in Russia. That's nice. Also, I know that Thailand also invited some people last week too. According to NHK, on August 19th, Miyagi Prefecture, they lifted a shipping restriction of the cow meat in Miyagi Prefecture because they now think it's safe, and then they now think the cow meat of Miyagi Prefecture are safe. Oh. Yeah. And next, on August 20th, according to NHK, TEPCO said that they installed the huge water filtering system, and starting on August 18th, those water filtering system finally getting into the operation. So they are now able to increase the processing amount from 45 tons per hour to 70 tons per hour. However, it is still 69% of what they thought they could do. But still, TEPCO are trying to build the internal water circulation system so it won't produce more radioactive contaminated water and leak and produce the leakage outside of the Fukushima Daiichi nuclear power plant. So it is the small improvement, I think. And August 21st, in Tokyo, they formed a group of the victims of Fukushima nuclear power plant crisis. So as you might know, many people had to fret outside of Fukushima because of the fear of the radiation. But even after they fled outside of Fukushima, people spread, and they cannot really have this. Many people are having hard time to gather right information. So in Tokyo, about 50 people who evacuated from Fukushima got together and formed groups of the victim, and they hope to exchange the information and then try to build the network so that they can help out each other and stuff. So yes. So as on August 21st, the water contamination around Fukushima Daiichi nuclear power plant is going down. As on August 10th, around second nuclear reactor's water gate, cesium-134 was 0.18 becquerel per cc. Cesium-137 was 0.21 becquerel per cc, which is 3 times or 2.3 times over the legal limit. But compared to April's 1.1 million times legal limit, it's quite a good improvement since the April. Around the water gate of the third nuclear power plant, third reactor, cesium-134 was 0.4 becquerel per cc. Cesium-137 was 0.45 becquerel per cc. So the number of the ocean contamination around Fukushima Daiichi nuclear power plant is coming down. And offshore of the Fukushima nuclear power plant, they start detecting less and less radiation. As on August 21st, the radiation level was in Fukushima, it was 1.05 microsievert power. Koriyama was 0.97 microsievert power. Shirakawa, Fukushima was 0.45 microsievert power. Minamisoma, Fukushima was 0.42 microsievert power. Iwaki, Fukushima was 0.19 microsievert power. And Sendai, Miyagi was 0.0697 microsievert power. Kita Ibaraki was 0.159 microsievert power. Mito Ibaraki was 0.088 microsievert power. Ichihara Chiba was 0.048 microsievert power. These those locations detected more than average radiation level, but the rest of the area of Japan supposed to have the average radiation level, according to Ministry of Education, Science, Technology, and Sport. And next, on August 21st, according to NHK, next release the calculation data of how accumulated radiation level. So for the first time, for example, Okuma, Fukushima, the 1 point, they will be having accumulated overall radiation level. So for example, if you stayed in that one location for 1 year, how much total radiation level you will be exposed to. So that's what the next Japanese government did the simulation, and they came up with the first result. So in Okuma, Fukushima was the highest level that they found, which was 508.1 millisievert per year. So the reason why the Japanese government next conducted this research is because as the Fukushima nuclear power plant is getting settled, the situation is getting stabler. So now they have to start thinking about whether to allow residents to go back to their house. So they wanted to make sure the safety and the health of the residents. So they conducted this radiation level simulation. So if the residents went back, start resuming their life there, and how much radiation level they were exposed to. So according most highest point they found was the Okuma. One spot in Okuma, Fukushima, it was 508.1 millisievert. Namie, and one location in Namie, they found 223.7 millisievert per year. Futaba, one location in Futaba, was 172 millisievert per year. Tomioka, one location in Tomioka, was 115.3 millisievert. One location in Minamisoma was 53.1 millisievert per year. According to Japanese government, the allowance radiation level that people could be healthy is like, amount of the radiation that people are allowed to expose to is 20 millisievert per year. So the location which exceeded this legal limit was 35 locations out of 50 locations that they tested. So, but however, they found so many hotspots. Even within the same area, they have high amount of the radiation level. One other spot has less radiation level and stuff. So, according to MEXT, they're going to release more information. On August 23, 2011, according to NHK, Kashiwazaki Nuclear Power Plant 7th reactor stopped its service because it has to go to regular maintenance. So every 18 months, according to Japanese law, nuclear power plant must go into the maintenance. And then, so this 7th reactor of the Kashiwazaki nuclear power plant had to go into the maintenance, so it stopped the service. So 40 nuclear power plant, 40 nuclear reactor out of 54 reactors in Japan are not in service at this moment. So that's why we are experiencing the shortage of the electricity right now. And according to NHK, on August 23rd, Soma, Fukushima, they started a autumn fall semester. So because they had to push back. They had to start its fall semester earlier because they had a short spring semester. And according to NHK, on August 23rd, the Fukushima city measured the radiation level of all the schooling road, and then they might have to revise the school zone because of the amount of the radiation that they have, like hotspot. people are working hard on it. And on August 22nd, according to NHK, day before the new semester starts, the teachers of the elementary and middle high school went to the training seminar of how to use the decimeter that going to distribute to the kids of the Soma, Fukushima. According to Fukushima Prefecture, they are going to give out the decimeter to its 280,000 school kids under 15 years old. So the teachers start going to the seminar how to use those decimeter really well. At first, they are going to they're going to let the kids to keep wearing this decimeter for the first 3 months, and they're going to send to the lab and analyze the numbers to measure how much radiation level that each kid's exposed to. Some guardians are showing the concern that Fukushima Prefecture only decided to do it for the 3 months, and some parents want to Fukushima Prefecture to continue doing at least a year of the measurement of the radiation exposure of their kids. And also, according to NHK, I think it was yesterday or day before yesterday, I apologize, I forgot which date. So before this second semester starts, about 15,000 elementary school and middle school kids transferred outside of Fukushima, which is 10%, or almost 10% of the school kids of Fukushima transferred outside of Fukushima. It's kind of showing that parents who had money or opportunity to move out, they move out. And 10% is an unprecedented number. So many parents want to move out, I guess. So that's pretty much the update of between August 16th and 23rd, 2011. Everyone, this is Katz from Yokoso News, yokosonews.com. Yokoso News is the online website to introduce Japanese culture in English so that you can understand Japan more. I've been at the beginning, the first half of the show, I invited Jeffrey Johnson from the Human Arts Experience to share his story and his new charity album, Heart and Soul, so that he can continue his relief effort that he has been doing from the day 2 of the March 11th. And now, the second half of the show, I just went through the update of this week of the North Japan tsunami earthquake effect in the Fukushima nuclear power plant. This week, Japanese media didn't really talk much about the. Let's start talking less, because summer storm is doing really bad. So it's called guerrilla storm. It's hard to predict, and it's only small area gets so much rain and cause some flooding. But it only happens small area, so even the meteorological agency is hard to predict. And then second main topic is the political race, because Naoto Kan is about to resign. So DPJ, no? The DPJ is trying to select the new leader of the DPJ, who is going to be the next prime minister. So those two are the main kind of dominated the news scene of Japan. But I did read you the many of the news. We have some improvement. We have some bad stuff start happening, which I kind of I've been telling you that it will happen. People in North Japan start having mentally fed up. So we saw one DV, domestic violence case, and we start seeing some scams. But at the same time, Japanese government passed some moratorium law that they no longer have to pay the mortgage and everything. So they are, then they also passed the new construction plan for Miyagi Prefecture to give the exceptional limit. Do you guys have any question on the social timeline? Yay, Sean, you are back. Now I'm reading the social timeline. Marburg, if anyone knows how to contact Uzo, please have him contact Bleeding Egg. Okay. Marburg. Or maybe Marburg, maybe you should start a new chat room, I think. Yeah. Alright, so everyone, this is Katz from Yokosu News, yokosunews.com. Yokosu News is the online website to introduce Japanese culture in English so that you can understand Japan more. If you like to hear the latest news of what's going on in Japan, continuous report, please like us at Yokosu News on Facebook or follow us at Yokosu News on Twitter. My next live cast is going to be this weekend, Saturday, August 27, Japan Standard Time at 3 p.m. or Friday night at 11 p.m. in Pacific, or Saturday early morning 2 a.m. in Eastern, or 6 a.m. GMT on Saturday morning on August 27th. I will be at the World Beach, a web designers conference event in Nagoya, Japan, to talk about WordPress, the blogging platform for the CMS and everything. And I will be talking to some important people of the Japanese blogging world. So please come and check if you're a web designer. And this live cast is going to be more like a web designer. Guys, you guys have no more question about tonight's live cast? Then I'm going to finish the live cast pretty soon. Thank you very much for watching. Is that good? Did you guys enjoy the music at the first half? I hope so. And yeah. Alright. So I am getting a little bit overwhelmed and tired from covering all the crazy summer festival in Japan. I'm getting older. I cannot really become active anymore. Yeah, last week I went to Kumano Fireworks Festival, drove about 22 hours and stuck in the traffic and didn't really see much of the fireworks. It was tiring, but I have fun, and I still have some event coming up this weekend, so finish and get some curry. Yes, I will finish and get some curry. Thank you. Okay. All right. So I'm gonna finish it now then. All right, everyone. Thank you very much for watching. This is Kaz from Yokoso News, yokosonews.com. Yokoso News is the online website to introduce Japanese culture in English so that you can understand Japan more. Next live cast is going to be at 3 p.m. on Saturday, August 27th, Japan Standard Time. I will be at the World Beach, the web designers event, to talk about blogging in Japan. I will be inviting Dean from JapanTravelMate.com, and who was the guest on our 3/11 disaster update about 2 months ago or something. Yeah. So yep. Thank you. Good night. Yes. Good night. Waishong. Good night. Thank you very much. Alright. So I will see you on Saturday. Good night, guys. I got new video camera today. I'm happy. Good night. But I'm tired. Good night. Okay.